It has been a while.
It's been a something.
Mm-hmm.
I am in the land of the living.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that, sir.
Anymore. I get pumped full of antibiotics and given a whole sack full of more drugs and
Gomer-san.
my merry way.
Hello, Gamer.
I said it was a very good idea that I went into the emergency.
We're great, dude.
I'm glad, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're are we? Did we just hut up, or I don't remember?
You were walking into Amon, and that's the only clue I will provide.
Yeah.
Because we still have to roll.
Yeah.
Okay, that middling at best may do it for you.
I feel confident. Wait, am I bardically inspired? Let me check. I am.
Oh, bardically inspired? No
I am.
way, sir.
Look,
The black dot
says.
really, the black on black really gives
Check-
you the
check
idea
the
of
combat
what-
tracker. I am bardically inspired.
Are you sure we were at that point?
No, you had used every bit of bardic inspiration.
Yeah, use every point of everything.
Is the other clue I'll provide.
Well, see, I don't remember that, so I'm a bad person for the recap. So.
Well, it looks like you're doing it so far.
And your
Right now,
guidance.
you are
Get
the
rid of all
person.
that shit. Both you and Fondle, get rid of your shit.
Oh man.
It's like I can't get rid of it. That's not my job. There we go.
Yeah,
All right,
you're probably right.
who's?
You're probably
Oh, we
right.
I got what? Gomer and
I'm not in there yet.
that's it. No, I got Gomer and Burko.
Yep,
I
go
got
around
time.
Burko, gotta roll.
All right, I'm good.
Currently, you're tied for last with yourself.
What is?
Oh, no,
Bam.
I got a 3.
Ooh, 3 will do it.
Bam.
What is your name, dog?
I didn't even know what I was going to get with my double
name? What do you
green
mean?
dice.
Like as we're joining, what did you put in as your GM name?
Oh, I think DMB dog.
Okay.
Or it's Devil's Cut 85, one of the two.
Yeah.
I don't even drink this stuff, but it's just a cool
I
name.
was just gonna ask, do you like Devil's Cut that much to commit to it?
No,
the
it's just a
whole-
sweet
whole
name.
way?
I mean, it's a sweet
This
name.
is a cool name.
It's
Just didn't
it's
know.
not a bad whiskey, but it's not good.
It
either.
is not great.
It's not a bad whiskey,
There
but
you
it's
go.
also
I never-
not good.
I never put 2 and 2 together about the whiskey and your name.
Yeah.
Probably because
I mean, it
I just
works
thought it was
in a
like a
pinch,
sweet name.
yeah.
Like, gotta pay like
It-
the devil's due, you know, the devil's
Right,
cut.
yeah.
It was a lot more fear-inducing in Crucible than Angel Share. So
That's also true. Oh, yeah, my name's Angel Sharon.
I'm not gonna
And then
comment.
you get a ton of DMs from like random horny.
Right.
Might work out.
I'm Terry Baller, so there's that.
Gomer, did that work for you?
I think so.
Oh, you're on hotel Wi-Fi, aren't
Yeah.
you? Ew.
Mm. You got
Cool
a land
story, bro.
cable you
Oh, there
can
you are. You connected.
bust out of
You've
the.
connected.
Okay, that's
Man.
good. I'm glad you saw it.
You got to roll a 2.
I'm still
So
loading on
weird.
myself.
You have to roll a 2 to not do the recap.
Yep.
I mean, you could roll a 2
Yeah.
twice, but that would be even more impressive.
I'm hoping for a nat 1.
We'll see.
I mean, we get to re-roll that ones. That's always been the rule on the recap.
I think Gomer's internet is already rolling in that one.
I'm getting so close.
Oh man,
I see it.
oh, he's got the sounds, man. That's
He does have the dial-up sounds.
I miss those days.
Hotel
Oh, there's
Wi-Fi.
that too.
What did my
What?
login?
I'm not
name
seeing
come up
anything.
Gomer 745. All one word, no caps.
as? Was it capitalized or not?
Yep. It was not.
Hmm.
I don't think it should be though, should it?
I don't know if it makes a difference.
Hold on, it
Well, I
does.
don't-
It
I don't
it
see my-
fucking does.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I don't see my character, so I'm thinking that is.
Let me check. It's all owned by Capital G Gomer 745.
Must be capital.
It has to be Capital.
Man, that's
That is not something they fixed with Unity, apparently.
there's a DOS holdover or something there.
You can log in.
Ooh.
As long as you know the password and the IP you're connecting to, I guess that's really doesn't matter. anymore.
Well, yeah. The connection's fine, but even when I go into my own account. Okay.
We got this.
Ooh, I got a notification. Gomer is now playing Fantasy Grounds.
Notification.
Oh, there it is.
Capital
Almost
G,
there.
right?
Capital
Yep.
G, all one word.
Yeah.
We'll change that next time because we have to. I do have to start a new campaign for our new campaign. So
Yeah.
you're all.
That tracks.
Oh, where'd it go? Well, I think my home computer probably has the capitalization, so it won't matter.
Ah, okay.
It's just that I put it in wrong on my laptop here.
Acceptable.
I know, right?
It's all right.
Bye bye.
Severely disappointed in you.
Who is talking?
Huh?
That was Bert.
It's me. I have
His
macros on my.
silly-
I put new macros on my
his
computer
silly
or my
thing.
keyboard.
Okay. It just sounds like you like are talking to anime girls. Like that's what it sounds like. It's
A little bit. Yeah.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
You sound dumb.
I sound very church-like.
You sound like
No,
Daft Punk.
yeah.
You sound very Bohemian Rhapsody like.
Yeah, either way. Am I back to normal or no?
You are.
You're
Yeah.
normal.
Okay. I'm testing things, okay? I'm a
No,
guinea
you're good.
pigs.
Yeah, it's cool.
Are you gonna start streaming like on the reg?
No, probably not.
So
Look at that.
Come
How about we-
on.
how about we let
I mean,
Bert
depends.
do the
I might
recap?
start streaming Hogwarts Legacy when it comes out.
This
How about we just
guy.
let Bert
It
do
does
the
look a
recap
little
and
fun.
they go with the odds that Gomer rolls higher than a 3.
I mean, I'm gonna say it's probably 1 in 10 that he doesn't.
Yeah.
Are you streaming right now?
Yes.
Black gay porn.
Wow.
smart. Gotcha, man.
Cool story, bro.
Chocolate
What?
ding dongs. Those are the best. They're cool.
What?
What?
There you go. Yeah, you can roll on the Dice Maiden in Discord if you wanted to. Go.
Oh, that's a thing.
Sounds kind of dirty, actually.
It does.
Do
I
that.
You can
saw- I
roll
saw-
like
yeah.
Dice Maiden.
Like Carol do it.
Yeah.
Eating sushi off the dice blade.
I like it. Oh,
shit!
Start that.
Don't worry, Brager took it for you.
Wow. I mean, we got to
So
be impressed.
Brager's
by
doing
that,
the recap
so-
today.
No. My first roll.
It's gonna be better.
I can't. These dice look evil now. I have
All
to
right.
keep them this way.
Ah,
Gamer passes with 19.
I'll get my login figured out until.
That's all right. All right.
I guess I'm stuck with the
So-
recap, huh?
You are indeed. That's a pretty good recap for you to get stuck with, though.
I mean, yeah, it kind of is.
You're probably the best one for it.
I did also take notes. I think I'm going to be solid on this recap. So after we had our big fight and our big baddie, and we had the Horn of Orcus delivered to us after talking to Gazra and asking that for our wish, we started to head outside, and we wanted to find out kind of what things were. So we found out, we have an orange alchemy jug that weighs 12 pounds, and we can name one liquid to make with it. So it can make soy sauce, which is a specialty. The blue one is hot tea. Can also make up to 4 gallons of beer, honey, vinegar, which is pretty cool, right? And then we also found out that the Horn of Orcus was pretty much the devil's toy. So as we were heading outside, we thought, hey, might be a good idea to try to destroy the Horn of Orcus. But we didn't really have a ride home, so we decided to try to figure out how to get a hold of the Pandemonium when we were outside. Ardos launched a firebolt to try to get their attention, but then Zal turned into an eagle and flew over the Pandemonium with Kirill, which was pretty cool. And then they talked to Van Cleef at the wheel, and then they came over to pick us up. And then he said that, as I'm walking, Vondel hears the horn talking as I'm holding it. You are so strong, we could do so much together. And onto the ship we go. And then we started going. We're like, hey, we got to find a place to try to destroy this. So Van Cleef drops us off between Amon and Kymel in a wide open field, nowhere near anybody in case something happens. So we're kind of in a safe place. And then so as we're doing this, the Axe tries to talk to Vondel again, saying, what's going on? What's happening? And Vondel and Brogger are holding the prime shard of the Trimal, and Brogger, was Brogger holding it or was I holding it? I can't remember.
You were holding it.
Okay. I was holding it.
Brogger was hitting it.
Brogger was swinging as hard as he could. And it required just a feat of strength to hit it and to strike it true.
Pretty strong roll.
And Brogger hit it with all his might, and he slams it right into the bone of the axe, and it doesn't shatter. And then I move my hand, and we kind of start basically trying to run away as we see this little portal open up. A bitch of ash, rust flake, and the Trimal is being sucked into the axe, almost black hole like. And so we start running as fast as Vondel and Brogger can, which isn't very fast, by the way.
I'm taller than you.
Well, I mean, you're a little taller than me. But anyway, so as we're doing this, it's folding into itself. And then, honestly, as close as we are, we try to run. And then all of a sudden, when we finally get far enough away, we see a big, basically, like a huge crater in the ground with nothing left in it. And everything within that area is just destroyed. The axe is no more. Everything is gone. And then after that, we're just like, well, what do we do now? And then we start walking our way to Amon. And that's it. After Mimug slurps up some liquid animals. I had that note too.
Yep. He ate some squirrels.
It was squirrels. That's it.
It's my boy.
He ate some squirrels. That was good. Yeah. It was an intense episode.
It was.
Brogger needed to roll a 30. And it took both the Bardic Inspiration and Guidance rolled by Ardos to get it exactly where it needed to be. Yeah. I think it was a 22 with everything was said and done. I think it was a 17 plus 5 for you.
Right.
It was a 2 on the Guidance and then a 6 on the Bardic Inspiration.
Yep.
And then nailed 30 on the head. You were able to do it.
It was something.
Yeah.
It was something.
Hit the nail on the head.
I think I literally made that joke. Like I'm pretty sure I did.
You did.
Intentional or not?
I mean, it was timely. I'll put it that way. But yeah. So y'all take a couple days, walk away from the massive crater that is now in the expanse between Mon and Westron, and you walk up to the large gates. And Salty 6, what are you gonna do?
That's a tough one. I think we're kind of getting close to that point where we need to go back and talk to the dragon, so we don't get eaten.
I'm with you on that.
And I think that'll kind of kill two birds with one stone, because I know if we clear the dragon out, then it'll like 3 technically birds with one stone. We'll have a dragon kind of not hating us, but also kind of on our side. The dragon's out of the city, and then we can go talk to Gilmore, who gave us the assignment of getting rid of the dragon from the caves.
Really look it up here.
I mean, yeah, we'll say yes. It is. So I think that's kind of where I think we should go. What do you guys think?
Yes.
I
Sounds good to
agree.
me. Because we've got that dragon breathing down our
But
Proverbial necks. Ha ha. So I guess that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna head to the. I forgot where it was. I don't want to look it up.
You're heading to the basically the Cloud Top district.
Yes, Cloud Top District.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. So you head up to the you get into the town, and things seem to be a mix of quiet in this usually busy, bustling city. I mean, there's people moving around and things like that, but not nearly as much commotion and movement as normal. And whenever you do see people moving, they are moving rather quickly, trying to move in and out relatively quickly. But not much commotion at all, not much conversation happening whatsoever. Yeah, so you head up to the Cloud Top district. Is there anything else you want to do beforehand?
Do we notice anything off? Anything that would be causing this such thing?
Make a perception check.
Son of a bitch.
Brogger is also interested because he wanted to do this first, but he was muted.
Okay. Go ahead. You can either do advantage. At 9, you're probably going to want to either give Vondel advantage, or you're going to want to roll yourself.
What's your modifier? Because I have +1. If you have more than that, go ahead and roll.
Nope, you get advantage.
Son of a
Go
bitch.
ahead, sir. I have a 0.
Oh, there we go.
See,
16.
slightly better.
So you do notice a couple of the people that are walking around, more checking over their shoulders a bit more. And you do notice a lot more of a military presence in town. A lot more guards walking around. Their pace hurried a little bit. But other than that, it seems kind of quiet, kind of just uncharacteristic for the city itself.
Wouldn't Kirill have an idea of this already by knowing the city?
It's definitely off to you. Like, it doesn't seem like the normal place where you have spent a lot of your time. It seems like you don't really see that many guards in the street. I imagine Vondel informs the group of what's going on, and,
Yes.
and you're kind of like, yeah, I kind of picked that up. But it's a little more off-putting for you, Carol, rather than Vondel. Vondel just happens to notice, hey, there's a lot of guards running around here. What the hell's going on?
We don't see many, or we do see a lot?
You see a lot more than you normally would, which to you
Okay.
is just like, well, that's weird. But to Carol, it's like, that's fucking weird.
I'm like, something's not right.
Yeah, something's going on.
Something's not right.
Okay. So we keep our guard up?
I mean,
Alright.
do we want to find those guys that we talked to, when we first set out into the mines?
Yeah,
Like,
that's where
maybe
we're
we
going.
can find
So,
those guys?
yeah, we're gonna head back up there. It was just one of those things that since it seemed a little off, and we noticed it was off, I thought I would just check to see if we could notice anything special.
No, it's a good idea. I mean, maybe they can fill us in, or, unless you guys want to go into like a local bar or something.
Nope. I just want to go up there because I think if people are moving around like this and we notice there's more guard presence, I think we can tell that something is off, and we need to try to get this done as soon as possible. Because the only thing that comes to my mind, and this is just my thoughts, is that either and this I'm whispering to everybody, that it could be something to do with that weird crater we saw outside, or someone may have tried to attack the city. So that's one of those things that I got in my head.
Yeah, okay. Let's go.
So, yeah, Kirill is definitely on guard and is trying to listen to any maybe hushed talks, or he's definitely is moving around, but not like stopping to like talk to people but just trying to pick up anything since he has kind of a lay of the city as we move forward.
Yeah, are the streets kind of empty, Brian? Is that what you're saying? Like, and it's mostly guards, I guess.
Correct. More empty than it normally is. There's still people moving around, but not as many as you would expect. The promenade's still pretty active, and people are moving. There's just a little bit more of a pace to their step than a hurried pace to their step than normal. And certainly, after Vondel points out, you definitely notice more of a guard's presence there.
Sweet. So, I guess let's head to the Cloud Top district.
Let's go.
All right. So you head up and up and up to the Cloud Top district. This is again. You see desolation begin to set in as you're walking up, and fewer people up there. You do happen to see workers around the mouth of the cave. You wander your way towards where you first, or the crater where you first entered, and you don't see the people that you talked with previously. They are not there. There's a couple of other groups. It look like they're getting ready for the day. You have a group of clean people getting ready to go down for the day, and you have a group of pretty ash and soot-covered people coming back up.
Do we want to try to ask them any questions, or we just want to try to head down and see if we can't get to our dragon friend?
Well, it seems a lot more active than what we saw before, maybe? Or was it just the time of day we were here last
We were here
time?
at night last time.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're more at the earlier morning, so you're seeing shift change and all that good jazz.
Would we see the guys coming out that we worked with before, since they were on the night crew?
No. You do not see any of them.
Do we remember their names?
I don't. Did we record them? It was a while back, right?
Let me see.
In the meantime, Kirill goes up to one of the closest guys leaving the mine, and I say, "Hey, how have things been going? I've been away from my home city for a while. Any news?"
Brooke.
No, all I have is...
Wait, what's going on?
I wanted to ask somebody while they're figuring out.
Gotcha. Okay. So you walk up to one of the cleaner folks, or one of the dirtier folks just coming up?
Dirtier folks just coming up.
So you walk up to one who just climbed off the ladder, and again, pretty soot covered face. It's a tall human male. Comes up, kind of wipes his brow, takes his helmet off, wipes his brow, and looks at you and says, "I've been down to the pit all day. If you're talking about what's going on around here, I think it's just more precautionary than anything, based on what's been going on in other cities."
Oh, and what's been going on? We've been on the road. Haven't really stopped by any cities recently off the beaten path.
Y'all been on the road and outside of Mon? Did you see anything?
We see all sorts of things.
Well, there's been a lot of stuff going on in the continent. At least we got word Whitestone's fallen into chaos, and then a couple days ago, it seems like some sort of explosion rocked the entire continent. It shook. I was on shift. It shook like crazy in the crater. Didn't think I was going to make it out. It's my first day back today, but everybody's pretty much on edge right now.
Yeah, we did feel some tremors along the way, but Well, thank you. Do you know where we can find Brooke by any chance?
He took off. Man, I haven't seen Brooke in about 2 weeks. No. Hasn't been that long. Probably about 2 or 3 days. About the time the explosion happened, I think.
You know anybody that knows him? Then we might be able to find and talk to.
I mean, we come and go quite a bit. This isn't exactly steady work. I mean, you might want to try one of the other folks. I just started here, about a week or so ago. So it's yeah. I don't know too much about the guys around here, and I honestly don't know how much longer I got in me for this job.
I understand. Thank you for your time and best of luck to you.
Yeah. Best of luck to you too. Stay safe.
So then I guess I want to try and talk to somebody else. Let's try a clean person this time.
So you go up to another individual. He's more of a short, stocky dwarf. Has a pickaxe kind of thrown over his shoulder, kind of ready to start the day. Has a little bit of rosy cheeks, and looks like he should be having a smile on his face, but he doesn't. But he seems to be the closest one to you, and notices you walking up to him. He says, "Hey, what do you want?"
Oh, hey, just looking for a friend. We've been away for some time, and looking for Brooke is the name.
Brooke, eh? Yeah, I haven't seen Brooke here in the past couple days. He tends to come and go. He used to be pretty regular, but he tends to only work once, twice a week now. So I haven't seen him in a couple days, but I'm sure if you hang around for another day or two, he'd probably show up.
Okay. Any idea of where he lives, or anybody that would know where he stays?
Don't stay too connected in this world. You kind of have a lot of people that don't stick around all that often, one way or the other. So, I mean, you might want to try someplace in the central district or something like that, where, people may be staying. Check some of the taverns. Ask around some of the taverns if you're interested.
Well, thank you very much for your time and information.
No problem.
All right. I don't really think it's worth asking anybody else. Unless you
Perfect.
guys-
Yeah, we can probably head down.
Yeah, I think we should head down.
Let us go down. Yeah.
As long as they're cool with us going down there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, nobody seems to stop you. Like, this is the group's just basically like, they want you out of their way so you don't make them die. That's basically about it.
does seem fair.
It's very fair.
Yeah. So you all are crawling back down into the volcano, eh?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna
All right.
touch my guys and give them guidance before we walk over there.
It does only last for a minute, so you're not getting that much assistance from it. But
Oh, yeah.
that's legit. It is a cantrip, so you can just constantly cast guidance to all 4 or 5 of you.
Yep.
Guidance.
That's classic.
You got it.
Walking around
You get
guidance. You get guidance.
So
You get
so I mean,
guidance.
putting me in the middle of the marching order, so I can touch the people on the edge to give them guidance
Where do you
Yeah.
touch them to give guidance?
on the
On their
shoulder.
shoulder, or
You're
something a
wrong.
little more
On
central?
the shoulder.
Right.
Little
Poke you in
butt
the
tap.
chest. Just my little, boop, guidance.
Pop and a squeeze.
Boop
We know
guidance.
it.
Boop guidance. Gotcha. So,
So it's like a nose boop.
boop.
Boop on the nose.
Absolutely.
Love it.
So I want, because you guys have already gone through the whole rigmarole with the bastards and everything like that, I'm just going to ask for a group athletics check.
Hey, dokie. Yeah. Even though I rolled an 11.
Yeah, I rolled a 12 and still got a 20.
Hey, Zal's rolling. That's good.
Here we go.
Oh,
Yeah. Y'all pass pretty well. You come through a couple different areas that are less than enjoyable. I mean, down here it is not an enjoyable thing whatsoever, regardless. But you make it relatively smooth, and you get down to the bottom. And where are you going next?
Last time we went down to the, it was the big hole that we saw.
Yeah.
I think we went down like 2 levels and then like
Well, are we down at the
something.
base now where where we were last time or no?
You are. Yeah, you're down in the base. I wasn't gonna make you roll too much.
Okay.
Unless you really fucked up a roll, then we're gonna have some fun.
So I guess big holes, 2 pickaxes. I'm just trying to. Just reading past notes. Smell
We haven't sell the
sulfur.
bastards that we
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we did.
just wanted
Sold
to
them
see.
too.
Those guys, right?
To Brooke.
Yeah, you sold them too, Brooke.
Okay.
So I mean, they probably got a good payday after that. So
Eruption. Okay, so we are at so if I'm not mistaken, so we are at the base of the dormant volcano, correct?
Correct. You're at the
Okay.
base of the volcano. So I'm
It's
looking
dark
for the
and looks
map.
unsafe.
I lost it. So give me a second, and I will find it again. For you.
So it says that we found a 15 to 20 foot tunnel, and we noticed a smaller one that was 10 to 15 feet tall, and they are side by side. And there's some action movement. There's large scratches, relatively fresh on the smaller section. So we wanted to try. So we went down that one. We went down the 10 to
that's where
15
we
one,
found
the
the
15 to
small
21.
dudes, right?
Well, that's where we went. Yeah, that's where it found them because the cave skirted around to the small cavern first when we went right. But if we would have stayed on the main cavern, we would have ran into because we had a split that we could have gone. So we went to the little babies instead of the big one, and then we ended up to the big one.
Yeah. So we need to
Son
go
of
to
a
the big
gun.
one for was it Canastus? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Kinesis. Let's see. Yeah, the what sucks is it destroyed my walls that I made previously, so that's a neat trick. Fun. All right. So you're heading to the Horde, though, correct?
Yeah, that's where we're heading.
Okay, gotcha. I have that.
Because I think we're going to run to that same. We're going to walk to that same path, the same path that we did before.
Gotcha. Okay. So let me find the old map here. I will share it.
Yes. Okay, now I'm going to go back down to where it was before. I love the search function in Word. I just go right up to where I need to.
It did not look this cool last time.
Yes, it
For
did.
me,
No, it did. No,
Did it?
it was similar.
It was pretty cool.
It wasn't this
Yeah.
cool though.
Yeah, it was.
No,
Except there was a red
yeah,
dragon, like right
pretty-
in the center where that little hole is.
Was there a grid before? I don't see a grid.
No.
This was back in 2001. I didn't have this computer back then. We were still in the old one.
It doesn't matter. What are we doing here?
Let me get you guys up here.
Oh, I remember this map looking just like this.
They look pretty similar.
It was similar.
It was-
but I feel
it was
like
the
this
same
one
map.
was-
It's the same map.
It was the same map.
Maybe your computer's different, but the map is the same.
Promise you, it was the same map.
Yes, I mean, you don't have to worry about me, man. I know.
Oh yeah. Look
I
at
know.
me where. Alright, time to kill. Okay, I'm not gonna kill. Not. Remember what happened last time? We did kill, and then it was not the things we were supposed to kill. So
Yeah,
let's not do that, I guess.
didn't go our way, did it?
Well, I mean, it did because
Yeah.
we're alive. And
We
didn't have
got-
to fight the dragon, so.
There might have been some good rolls involved. So
Maybe. All right, so you all come in, and on his horde is Canastus, flanked by 3 little wormlings. So what do you do?
We go and talk to him, man.
Wait, surrounded
Alright.
by 3 wormlings?
We're not surrounded by them. They're just near us, so.
You're not surrounded. I am sharing, right? You guys can see this, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
oh yeah, we can see we're waiting for someone to take the lead.
So
There you go.
we kind of peek our head around the corner and be like, "Hey, Canastus,
Step
how's it going, man?"
Step across the lava.
You
And he
remember?
looks, yeah, this is gingerly step across the lava river.
Mhm.
And Canassus looks at you. And he grunts as though it's a You're not really sure what it means, but that's his greeting. And he
Dragon
kinda sits
body
up-
language
he
is so
sits
hard
up.
to figure out.
From his resting position, and his snake-like head kind of arches up, and he looks down at you from a position of laying down, but kind of just sitting there waiting to see what you're gonna do.
So I say, "Hail, Lord Canastus.
As I bow.
We have returned." And then I'm like, "Guys, bow."
I shall bow.
Proceeds to.
And
Yeah,
I say,
mhm.
we've returned, and we believe we found a suitable home for you."
Got
And
it.
what may this be?
Well, it is an island in the sky, so you will be. It's very private and exclusive, and no other creatures that are land-based should be able to reach you, save for those maybe with science. Feel like it's a really good mood for you, as we had already discussed.
With a large castle.
And it's got a large castle, tons of room. I believe there's.
It used to belong to cloud giants,
Yep, it used to belong to cloud giants. There's
so the doors are
multiple
big enough
bedroom
for them.
suites and everything, and you can just wreck everything down and just put all your loot in it and do as you please. But it's entire deserted castle in the sky.
And
It is pretty
where?
awesome.
And where is this?
Oh. It's in the sky. And then I
I
jab
understand that.
Vondel
Oh.
in the side, say, "One more time."
What? Oh God. It was if I had the damn map of the Alabaster Sierras, I'd be able to show you.
It's all right. You tell them where it's at. It's yeah, it's fine.
Isn't it
it's
by
over the Umbra
Kaimel?
Hills. It's near Joran Village.
Jordan
and,
Village. Fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's near there. So
Yes.
you give him
Describe
a
it
general
nicely.
idea of where it's at. Yeah.
It's near Jordan Village. It's
And-
high in the sky, and it provides an overlook for anything that's passing from Amon to, like, if they're going to Whitestone, you'll see everything that happens.
Oh, and there's a defunct elemental cannon in there that maybe you could
with a
get
giant
find a
crystal.
repair. Yeah, maybe you've got a crystal laying around, that might work in this cannon, but features.
And the crystal's cracked, but the crystal's still there, so the crystal still has value.
And you should see the comps for this neighborhood. I mean, considering you're getting free, it's just a great deal.
School district, out of this world.
Yeah, and so you got some little ones, so the schools are great around that area. So we're told. If you choose to do that, maybe you're into homeschooling. That's, no judging.
Silence. He looks around. And he looks back. He looks at the three wormlings that are back there. And he barks at one of them, like just makes a loud hissing growl noise to one of them. And it dives back behind itself into an area you didn't see originally. There's a little tunnel.
Oh.
And it disappears out of sight.
Oh shit.
And Knesset stands up. Wings are still wrapped to its side, down on its side. It says, "So you come with your end of the bargain to inform me that there's a castle in the sky above a mountain where I can store my hoard. And who else knows of this place?"
Well, obviously not many people can reach it, so but it's kind of a moot point, right?
I mean, we killed everyone who was in it, so.
Make a persuasion check.
Love it.
Be strong. Ooh.
Damn!
Ooh,
Damn!
how did you get that much? Because you had three
Rolled
different
a 19.
you had three different guidance checks on you. That's why.
Yeah, how did that? Oh,
Still, that was only 5.
I mean, he still
'Cause-
rolled a 19.
true. You could have had
Plus is
4.4.
8, so we can get rid of the other 3.
27. Yeah. Guidance was out by then. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna take out the 6 points from guidance.
Yeah, so we had 27. Just 27.
Talking.
Yeah, so just 27. Canassus looks back, barks again at the other two, very similarly, and says, and they disappear again down into little holes behind him. And he says, "My children will go and scout out the lair that you've said, and ensure that it is as you tell me. And if they return, and your story is true, then consider your debt paid."
Wonderful.
If they come back, and there's a shred of untruth to what you've told me, you will burn.
Eh.
Well,
Gotcha.
we've told you was what we know is the truth.
He says, "Be gone. Come back in a day after my children have had a chance to fly and return."
By the way, Horde's looking great these days. Have you added more onto it?
He lets out a loud
We're leaving.
roar.
Okay,
We're
see ya.
leaving. I'm going
He
this
yells,
way.
"Be
I'm gonna
gone."
take this.
Okay, bye.
We'll go out this way. Here.
And you're out. So y'all have a day. Y'all make it back upstairs. You have to return probably in the evening of the next day.
Makes sense.
Yup.
All right.
Try
Thoughts?
Brian Brook.
Gentlemen, on how that went.
You know, here's the thing.
Persuading.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we'll see what happens. I mean, we told them. I mean, honestly, it's tough to say for the question that I had. I mean, because a lot of people probably know about the castle. I mean, truthfully,
a lot of people definitely
but,
know about the castle.
I mean, we don't really know how many people know about the castle,
We
so it's
didn't
not
lie.
really a lie.
We didn't say nobody knew about it.
We
Right.
did just say
We
we
didn't
killed
lie,
all
we
the
just-
people inside the castle.
I just pointed out that it's difficult for any
It's difficult access.
terrestrial being to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
able to
yeah.
Someone without
Showed
wings.
the amenities are pretty good. So
And
So-
whatever was, it's cleared out. It's empty.
So what do we do for the day?
Except for there. Yeah.
well,
find
is it-
Brooke.
what about midday or what time we at?
Or does anybody need spell components? Or
Ardos could
Well-
use a bath and a hot meal.
Yeah, I guess we can go to a pub and a place and just hang out.
A nice cozy inn sounds good before we.
Not the fancy one.
I said cozy.
Not the fancy. Yeah. Yeah.
We can't go
What?
back.
Cozy.
Yeah, we spent way too much there.
I mean, we have gold to spend, but I'm not spending it. I mean, we
we're-
could have a night at
we're
debauchery
saving.
again, I guess.
Yeah. Some
I
ale
do
and
want
some
that.
I
rum.
mean,
I do want to do that.
I don't
I do
I'm
wanna
know.
not
go
even
back
convinced they'll
on,
let us back in.
I still have
Whatever.
that.
You
Did I
still
make
have the what?
The jacket that I made the barkeep give me.
I don't know.
Yes.
Did you get rid of it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think
You still have it from what I mean, unless you got rid of it in between.
you may have it.
So I guess yeah, we head to the closest inn. Inn and
Closest
bar.
inn. So you have a number of places. You are looking for more of a hangout spot, or are you looking for more of a tavern connected to an inn type thing? What are you looking for?
Some place with good hot food and a bath.
I mean, I would say like middle of the road, but not too far away from here, but also not somewhere where let's just be honest. We aren't going to draw too much attention to ourselves.
So not
Okay.
a place where
Cozy, but not bar fighty. Cozy,
Yes.
but not bar
Yes,
fighty.
yeah. I want like
Or
a
gambling.
I want a good establishment that's got, at least a 4-star Michelin review, okay?
Right. You got
All
the
right.
lighting
I'm not
is
looking for a
there.
5. I'm looking for like
Okay.
Yeah,
3 to
yeah,
4.
You're looking for the certain kind of clientele that may raise some eyebrows seeing some people climbing out of a volcano walk in, but nothing that's gonna, nobody's gonna punch you in the face when they see you walk in.
We're not looking.
Basic.
for the
Well, I mean,
Let's
yeah,
just get-
I want to be
Get a
far enough
working
away.
class.
Yeah, I want to be far enough away from where people didn't see me climb out of a volcano.
Ah, okay, gotcha. So
we
you,
can ask for baths or something. It's midday, right?
about midday at this point in time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make it back up out of the volcano, and you're not covered in soot and ash as the people that were going down there for their job, but you are still pretty dirty coming out of there, sweaty. You were inside a volcano, but you head towards the central district, and this place is. I mean, you've been here several different times. It's a lot of different neighborhoods that kind of wander around. Kind of a river that kind of snakes through, or a stream that kind of snakes through out to the ocean, and kind of divides the central district. And you find a tavern that has a pretty small little bar area, but has a somewhat larger inn connected to it. It's called the Water Wheel, and on the outside it sits against that river, and has a nice little view over the city, but or for what you can see from the central district. But seems to be a nicer location than some of the other places you've wandered into.
Nice. Can we get some? Can we get river seating?
You can. There is outdoor seating along the patio if you'd like to sit there.
I think so.
Yeah. So you walk in, and it's nice place on the inside. That's not like, animal heads lining the walls or anything like that, but it's more, kind of waterway themed type of a place. Think of like 1980s Red Lobster style, and you're probably not too
nice.
far off from what the inside looks like. But you walk up to the barkeep that's there, who also doubles as the innkeeper, and it's a short, blonde human girl, and woman, and she just says, welcome to the Water Wheel. What can I do for you?
We would like to, I guess, have some ale, get some food, and get a couple rooms for the evening.
Okay. And how
Baz,
many rooms will you be needing? She looks around at your group.
How many are there?
Like-
more than one bed in them, or no?
Depends on the type of room that you like. So we have most of our rooms. They could fit probably. She looks around at the five of you. She looks at Zal. You probably only need 2 rooms.
We get 5 beds and 2 rooms, or is it 3 beds and 2 rooms?
She looks at you again and kind of sees how dirty you are and says, "Can you afford 3?"
You look around and
Kind of a little judgmental. Like, she looked really nice and sounded really nice, and then she was a little judgy. With that comment.
I
I
look-
got it.
I looked and
how much are the rooms?
oh, go ahead.
How much are the rooms?
Mhm.
The rooms are 5 silver a night per person.
5 silver a night per person.
I
Ardos
don't know
fishes-
if we can swing that,
Ardos
guys.
fishes out 30 gold pieces, or 30 so. How many silver is per gold?
25, brother.
Hmm?
25. There's 5 of
25?
us.
No, he's saying how many.
Exactly.
What's the conversion gold to silver?
What's the conversion gold to silver?
Give me a second.
10
I'll
to
tell you.
1 or something?
You should have that.
5 to
as a
1?
rule, I
10 to
think.
1.
Yeah, it should be 10 to 1.
Yeah, I think it's 10 to 1, yeah.
Yeah, so
Ardos pulls out.
The only thing that's
5.
weird is Ethereum or something like that. It's like 5 to 1 or some shit.
Gold is 10 worth 10 silver.
All right.
10 to 1.
Ardos pulls out 5 gold pieces from his pack, lays them on the table, and asks for 3 rooms and laundry.
And
food.
she takes the gold and she said, "All right. Would you like you want a meal at this point as well?" You
Yes.
said ale?
Yeah.
All right.
after that.
Dead rats or anything?
What was that?
Do you have any dead rats or any vermin or?
Ardos turns around and looks at him like the most. Why would you ask this? Right? Just gives him a weird.
And I shrug and I say, "Me mug."
I know why, but she doesn't.
She says, "I hope not. But no, not that I'm aware of.
And then
There
I
may be
point-
some fish along the banks of the river behind us, but
Ooh, you should see if he can fish.
Ardos apologizes for the for what might Bard just said, "Sorry about that, but we don't care about any rats. Food,
Fine. That's fine.
a hot bath."
All right. Let me. She turns around and goes to a drawer behind the desk and pulls out 3 keys and hands them to you, and says, "Here's your rooms. They will be right up the stairs." And kind of directs you to where they're going to be, and says, "If you'd like a seat outside, I'll have a table ready for you when you come down, or you can go there now. Either one."
And I would choose to the hot bath before food, but my compatriots can do whatever they want. He hands 2 keys to them, one key to Vondel, one key to Brogger, and gives the maid
Oh, I see.
a silver piece for her troubles.
All right.
She bites it and then gives you a wink.
Never in doubt.
Alrighty. We're I guess Brogger's gonna go upstairs and clean up too first, but you might take a beer with him to the bath. Beer to the bath.
Ask the lady if they will deliver the beer to our rooms.
Whatever.
Yeah, I think we clean up and then we eat.
We smell like ass. I mean, we smell like literal sulfur.
We also got blown up a little bit before
No, we
got
didn't.
here.
Didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
No idea what you're talking about.
Let's all bathe together. Let's go.
Bath time, bitches.
I thought. Don't you have rats to catch?
I guess I'll check up with Kirill.
Yes, I get some.
I'll ask Mimud if he wants to do that.
And Ardos walks to the stairs and walks up to this room.
I mean, it doesn't really make sense if the 2 little people are together, though. Let's remind ourselves that.
We got to make sure that we have enough room.
Well, we got 3
rooms.
rooms with, what, 3 beds? So,
And Ardos paid for this out of his own pocket, so
I'm not like,
Ardos
I'm
took the
just,
room to
I'm just saying a small person, big person combo would make much better sense for the bed setups. So,
It is. That's why you have. I mean,
no, Kirill's like normal size.
Kirill's extra normal size. He's like
So I should either have Zal.
It's like- probably as tall as
you already said you wanted Kirill, so no.
I'm
No.
being. It's gonna
I'm
be
assuming the
crowded.
scullery maid comes and draws my bath for me while my compatriots decide on who gets their rooms.
God, that's so fucking needy. Let's just bathe. We'll go downstairs and eat.
Yeah, I feel
let's
this
do it.
bathing situation should take like, hey, we bathed and then we're downstairs.
Yeah, we
Yep.
don't need to add a NPC into the bathing situation.
No.
Let's move on.
unless the DM thinks we
There
need to
will-
roll some.
There will not be any sort of rules for bathing. There will not be.
Roll,
Starts a
roll
different
perception
direction.
check.
Thank you,
Not in this
DM.
game.
So we
Roll
bathe, we
persuasion.
bathe, and then now we're downstairs again, right? Is that fair?
Yeah. I'm gonna make you
No,
shit yourself
fast
in the bath
forward.
again if we go through that.
Thank
we're
you.
gonna do a flashback to episode 1 where you
Yes.
shit yourself after eating a dead horse.
That was a long time ago.
And you also got
It
peed
was.
on. Oh no, you got teabagged. I did teabag you.
Yeah, I got really drunk. I
All
don't
right.
know why.
Okay, so
So-
now we're outside eating.
Everybody's clean, everybody's outside, and everybody's eating. And it's nice. It's a nice little spot. You're on a nice little waterway. You kind of hear this running, the running brook behind you, and not actually brook running, but a water source kind of running behind you. It's a nice little peaceful little spot that you haven't been able to enjoy something like that in a while.
I like it. So, we feeling strong about tomorrow, right?
I mean,
I feel pretty
Look.
good about it.
Yep.
you know, it is what it is because here's the thing. If we end up fighting the dragon and his 3 little friends, which I hope we don't because we didn't lie, in case you guys are listening, flying above me, cool guys. You know, in the end, if we have to fight them, then we fight them.
Sure.
You know? I mean,
Yeah,
and then there's a
that's what
giant
I'm
hoard of gold. So,
What was that?
The risk reward is pretty high.
All right.
and I also could
I'd
assume.
rather
So
not risk it, but if we have to, then we have to.
I also can
I'm
assume
thinking-
that if his wyverlings come back and they agree to it, we could get there and they're just not there anymore, and we assume that our accord is good, right?
Yeah, sure. Sean, yeah.
I'm still wondering how
I think he's gonna want to gloat though, or talk
Take
to us,
away
or
all
something.
his gold with him.
See, the thing that remember what about this, we do kind of have like the underhand a little bit because we have to show up no matter what, right?
Correct.
And he still has the place, whether or not we survive that encounter, because he's a dragon and he found out that it was a safe location for his things.
But it's a red dragon, and they like to gloat,
Yeah,
and they're
for
very
sure. I mean,
egotistical. And he wouldn't. I think, like, I don't know a ton about red dragons, but I think from some of the notes that I took prior that they're pretty good on their word if they actually
All right.
agree to an accord with you.
Alrighty.
But again, I don't know anything about dragons, so
Me neither.
anyway, let's eat and drink and be merry.
Finally, little time to relax. Not
Yeah,
to
for
worry
sure.
about-
Mm-hmm.
Been a bit. It's been a bit since you've been able to do this.
Do we
So
have
you
do we
go
have someone coming and delivering the food to us?
yes.
Okay, I just
So
figured if that was the
let's say-
case, we could ask about if they know someone named Brooke.
Yeah, so
If
the
we really
individual
want to.
comes out and has a plate of a couple different plates of freshly toasted bread.
Ooh,
Comes out
Nice.
comes out to the table, a couple like full loaves. Yeah, absolutely. There's a big tub of butter that comes out
Obviously.
with that as well. They bring a couple different plates. It's more of like a family style type of a thing. Various meats and sausages and things like that on one.
meats.
Various cooked vegetables on the other. So a very, very hearty meal. Potatoes, carrots, all that good stuff. Cooked on another plate. So you all pretty much just dive in however you would like. But yeah, the individual that comes over is not the same human that you ran into, the female that you ran into. It's a different woman, a little bit older. Kind of got some crow's feet around the eyes, hair pulled back in a tight bun, dark hair, a little bit of gray streaks going through. Drops it off and asks, "Is there anything else you like?"
Do you have any raw meat?
Yes.
May I have
Um,
some?
Yeah. Just, we'll cook it before we eat it. We just want to check it out.
Sure. Let me go get that. Any kind of cut you want?
Cheap
Oh,
gold is the best.
it doesn't matter. The cheapest is the best.
So just
Anything.
Cheapish. Yeah.
Just like ground meat.
You can even leave the bone in. It doesn't matter. It's for a pet.
Oh, okay.
right.
Yeah, I think we probably got some scraps in the back. Let me bring some out.
I mean, we could
She,
have
she
we could have
heads back.
started with the pet thing.
No, it's a good call.
Oh, we made it interesting. And then I say, Meemog, can
Meemog is
I
a pet.
pour ale into you?
Make an animal handling check,
Ew.
and I'll give you advantage because of the amount of food that you have provided him over the course of the past couple days.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, it's a nat 20. I mean, there's no, you can't roll
There's no-
better than that. There's no advantage necessary.
Nope.
Meemog looks up at you, and if a sentient monster mug could nod, he does.
So from this point forth, anything that I drink will be out of the mug because I just digipetted him up to the next level.
Nice.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Okay,
So
cool.
you have
Also,
you got your ale, you got your meats, you got your foods, all that good stuff, your bread and butter, and you're enjoying the first decent meal you've had in quite some time.
Nice.
So
Cheers,
next,
everybody.
can we ask
about
our waiter about
done.
Brooke?
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
call.
Also, as a
Yeah,
side
so
note, I just kept thinking to myself, I really wish we could make the wine in that giant bottle.
did you already use everything? I forget that. Did you already use it for the 24 hours?
No, we've never made wine in it.
And
You can only make one thing every day, every long rest.
Right, we haven't made anything.
We
We
haven't done anything.
we inspected
made
it to find
anything
out what it
before.
was.
Oh,
What we could
well
do,
then,
we-
yeah, you can make whatever the fuck you want. You have to,
Yeah.
you get one thing every 24 hours.
Yeah, I know, but we're at I mean, we're at a little higher establishment here, so
Didn't
Oh,
it
that's
like
fair.
spray
fair.
everywhere last time when we did it too?
no,
In the
it
sun?
didn't. No, it did because you shook it.
No.
You
Yes.
set mayonnaise and then shook it up without a cap on it, like it's
I-
gonna fly out.
You got
No
you got
idea
mayonnaise.
why.
You got covered in mayonnaise sauce.
I
Yeah,
but
okay.
it could
You
have
got
been
me.
anything.
Bukaki'd.
All right.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
think you had both jugs at the same time, just
He
like
did.
shaking them on your
He
face.
did.
Well-
he was trying to figure it was the funniest thing ever.
Also, if we need to make sure, Jacob, I can go back and check the VOD and see if this is real,
Yes,
since I do have these recorded. So,
Pretty sure it was efficient testing. method.
It was.
What?
It was. Huh? Oh shit.
It just was
Yeah,
not
so you
well
could.
thought out.
You could use the wine since the only thing you've produced was mayonnaise about 5 days ago.
Oh, that's some stinky mayonnaise. No, it's good. Yeah, Kirill, can you ask about him? I have to go take a leak. That's the only reason why I'm saying it.
Yeah. So I ask,
Didn't give you a name.
was it he or she?
This is she. Older lady.
And I say, ma'am, do you know of a man named Brooke?
That's unique name for a man. I think I'd remember that, but give me a I don't, but give me a description of him.
That's when I turn to Vondel.
Without Vital here, we'll just say you give a description of him.
Okay.
She's like, I don't recognize the name, but I do seem to remember an individual coming around here a couple days ago, just grabbing a drink and leaving. Looked like he was. I saw you boys come in here. You were kind of covered in soot, like you'd been coming from the mines, and he kind of looked a little bit like that, but looked a little bit frazzled. He came for a drink and then left about just as fast.
Thank you, ma'am. And
No problem.
I give her a silver piece out of our bag of holding.
No, but thank you much. And she heads back to the back.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think we've gotten.
You have a couple things ahead of you now. So you're waiting tonight for the night to pass, basically,
I'm back.
to go back and visit Kinesis. There's a couple things on your plate. So what all is the plans for this group at this point in time?
There is something that I want to look at. I don't know how I ended up with this unidentified item in my inventory, but I do want to identify it.
Let me see. What is it?
It's unidentified item.
Oh, unidentified item. Oh, that's really weird. I don't know why it's unidentified. It's a crossbow. That's
already-
weird.
I don't have a crossbow.
You
That's
don't have-
crazy.
You don't have a crossbow?
And crossbows
No.
for
You've always had a
Um,
crossbow.
I know,
crossbows
but
for
it's not in my
must-
it's not in my
Yeah.
inventory right now. Is what I'm saying.
Resolve.
So
That's
yeah,
super. So it must have been like accidental. I must have accidentally like clicked the ID button at some point in time. But I was like, yeah, it's certainly not magical. It's definitely just a light crossbow that you've been using since the beginning.
okay, cool.
You're good. So
Yeah, I think we confirm with the dragon, and then we go to Gilmore's afterwards.
Tomorrow, or
Yeah,
after
tomorrow.
we have our long rest or whatever.
all right.
Mhm. Oh, is there anything else we need to do before then? I don't think so, but I'm not sure.
Any shopping spell components? Anything anyone needs? I don't.
If we do, we can get them at Gilmore's.
Do we have something? Yeah, we don't have to sell anything, so we're good.
All right. Sounds good. So with that, if there's nothing else going on for the evening, you all retire to your rooms and have the first decent rest that you've had in quite some time.
Sounds fantastic.
Good deal.
Would you consider that to be a long rest?
I would indeed consider that to be a long rest.
Extra long almost.
Long rest.
Yeah, do we get proficiency for being the extra long rest?
The
Or-
extra long rest? No.
Mhm.
I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, I think that'd
Yeah.
have to be like a class attribute or something. But I would appreciate that.
Accidentally pulls Rip Van
Just-
Winkle. Shows
you
wakes
don't
up 20
ask-
years later.
You don't know.
That's true.
Worst I can say is no. And I have.
The idea of playing Rip Van Winkle as a player sounds hilarious. Oh, I just woke up 20 years ago.
No.
All right. So everybody collects back downstairs at the start of a new day. And you have a couple more hours before you decide to start making it down to the lair. It was about 10 in the morning when you started last time. You're all up probably about 7 or 8. So you got a couple more hours to go before you decide to head down there. So what do you do?
Do we find anything about Brooke or no?
He came a couple days prior, or somebody that fit the bill for what Brooke's description was. That Kirill just really did a good job giving a description of him.
Super good.
Super good job. And so the waitress was able to give them that. I think I saw that person. He was covered in soot, kind of like you guys were when you came in. He looked a little frazzled, and he stuck around for a single drink, and then took off about just as fast as he came in.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yep.
All right. So we climbing back down, I guess? Do we? Well, no. We got a little bit of time, I guess.
We,
A
we
couple
do-
hours.
I mean,
We can just fast forward to it if you want, or if there's something else you want to do in the city beforehand.
it's
Either
true.
way.
I don't know, guys. Is there anything we need?
I mean,
I
right
guess
now,
we
no,
don't.
not that I can think of.
I mean, if there's any magical items for sale, then obviously that would entice us. But
I mean, do we have anything in the bag of holding? that
No
we have to
loose
sell?
ends. We don't have any. Do we need to go get the totem from what's her name?
No,
Or-
we have the agreement with Sister Gorelli that it'll stay in there
Okay.
until we use it.
once, right?
Right.
Okay. Got it.
And since we never used it,
Yeah.
All right.
We
So
don't
you're
have
heading
anything
down to
in
the
bag of holding
volcano
Yep.
then?
yep.
Fast forward time.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yep, I
Fast
believe
forward time.
that's what we're doing.
All right. I would like everyone to make another athletics check as
Aw.
you climb down.
Same as last time, I'm
Mhm.
going to be targeting them and give them.
I want to save your stuff.
I mean, it's
No.
it's a cantrip, so it's not too bad.
What do I roll in addition?
Ooh,
Mm.
a D4. So I was like, give me that D4.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, I would say Brager's all right. He makes up for Zal.
Ooh,
I have an
thanks,
8, I have a
brother.
16
I might,
now, so that's good.
I might catch you, buddy.
Good thing I'm light.
Yeah. At this point in time, you've been up and down this thing a couple times. You're not naturals by any means, but you do pretty well. I am going to say that each of you took about 2 points of damage, other than Brager, since he rolled a nat 20.
That's rough, guys.
Brager
You
didn't
look
take
like
any
you
damage
tumbled
on
a
the way
little bit.
down.
Hmm.
But you know, got some burnt fingers, and you know, it's super hot grabbing onto those metal rails. But nothing catastrophic happens. But you get to the bottom of the pit, and you head back down to the lair, and as predicted, empty, completely and utterly empty.
All
Not a
right.
speck of gold on the ground.
Okay. We did it, boys. No, can we detect anything, or is there any like residue? Nothing whatsoever.
I mean, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oh, come on! It's not
Kirill,
me. to do
Kirill's
that.
definitely interested. In
I'm
investigating.
suggesting other people do this.
He spoke at such lengths with this dragon that he's just,
I'm hoping for a little gift.
what the heck is going on? Is that all right to you?
Well, you know, that's not terrible.
18's not too bad. Not too bad. You walk around what used to be the placement of the horde, and again, not a scrap of gold on the ground. You don't see a single gold coin. You do see the tunnels that the wormlings used to kind of burrow out all of a sudden last time you were there. And you notice them in the ground, and then you look up and you notice another one in the wall, and another 2 or 3 in the wall, and you think, oh, shit, this could have been really bad if we actually got into a fight.
Yeah. Glad
I
we.
thought there
'Cause
was
there might
only
have been more
one
than
wormling
3.
that we-
Mhm.
I thought there was only one wormling left after we accidentally.
You went into one room,
There's more than
killed
one.
a bunch. There's more than one egg room.
We don't know how often this dragon procreates. As
I
often.
don't know how they procreate either, but yeah,
Careful.
Probably really hot. You know what I'm
carefully, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, but I'm
Only
cha.
for fun.
But yeah. Everything's gone. You are now in the volcano. Sans dragons.
All right. Well, let me
So
find
I
a
guess-
tree down here.
So I
I'll
guess
teleport us out of here.
so I guess at this point, we assume that our accord is now in place.
That you're what?
That our accord with
Your
the
accord is in
dragon
place?
is in place.
You are under the impression, especially by not seeing that massive mound of treasure, that he has accepted your deal.
Okay.
Awesome.
Just
Alright,
off
so
record,
who
how
do we
exactly
tell-
does the dragon move all of its hoard?
It is basically considered a part of the dragon. It's kind of odd. Like as the dragon grows, its hoard grows with it somewhat organically, and so it can kind of port it from one place to another.
So
If
if
it
we
needs
were
to.
to have
Like a
actually
pelican
fought this dragon,
with
like,
its
would
big
we have-
goiter thing?
would the hoard been the spoils, or would it have like died with the dragon?
The horde would have definitely been the spoils. You would have won the horde if you had beaten Kinesis.
Fuck
off.
Yeah,
Probably
you would have
a
definitely won the horde. But
good
from
choice,
a
We would have beat-
movement perspective, it's not like they have 500 Samsonite bags where they're shoving gold coins into it. Like it's like a magical porting of this to wherever it needs to go.
Well, see, the
makes
boys
sense.
and I were thinking that we might help them move it.
Yeah. No, not so
Jeez.
much.
I mean, that's kind of what the dragon was probably thinking too. But I mean, that's what I'm assuming. He's not here. Our accord is in place. So now let's go talk to Gilmore because he should have a reward for us as well.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Let's go see Gilmore.
Yes, you have a choice of a couple of things actually. So
And can you imagine if we got rid of the
Level up.
no, you're level 10. You've been level 10 for like a hot minute.
Too soon.
Imagine if
Ain't
we
no-
got
ain't no
rid of
level
the
up on this
Dion
one.
Fight, and then we just had like $1 million. Just like a beat the dragon via force. That would have been awesome.
All right, so we're gonna head over to Gilmore's Glorious Goods.
Heading over to Gilmore's. Yep. And I just realized, when I created Gilmore's Glorious Goods list of items, October 2020,
Holy cow.
the first time
Wow.
you met Gilmore.
dang.
It's been a minute.
It's been-
Pandemic.
Yep, that's what it was. That's for sure.
So, but you head over, and the standard scent of sandalwood and mixed with arcane offerings and the floating candles inside the building reminds you that you have indeed walked into Gilmore's Glorious Goods.
Oh,
And
what glory!
such a good place. Such a good place. But that being said, nobody seems to be there. It's kind of quiet. And then suddenly, out from behind the beads, Gilmore, very, very flamboyantly comes out and says, "Welcome back, boys. How are you?"
Gilmore.
Hey.
Very, very happy to see you.
Yeah, about that dragon.
Yes. What about that dragon?
What dragon?
I hope
There's,
that means good things.
Oh, it sure
Be
does.
bothering you anymore here.
What out? I think today or
The,
earlier.
the dragon has left the building. Oops.
Along with along with all his
Interesting.
wyverns.
And all the
Interesting.
And
So there was
unfortunately
more
also
than one.
gold.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's a bunch of stuff down there, but they're gone now.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's great. I have heard some rumors that some people saw large creatures flying to the east away from Amon last night, but about the time they saw it, most people were drunk by then, so it's good to know that sometimes drunks do tell truths.
This time it was true.
Well, I do believe that means a bounty reward is in order.
Unless you don't take our word for it and you want to show us, we can show you its lair.
No. Yep.
Yo, what?
Nope,
what?
stop.
See,
Nope.
It's in
Nope.
order.
Nope.
what did we bargain for?
Well, you have a choice. And he goes in the back, and he comes out with 3 different things.
Cyril's in his knuckles.
One is a pair of horseshoes. Well, not a pair, excuse me, a set of horseshoes. Blue in color. They have some gold air-like markings on them. And he says these are the horseshoes of the Zephyr. He said you put this on a horse, and it can travel anywhere you need it to. Not quite flying, but good enough. He pulls out another thing and says, "This is the Ring of Shooting Stars." And he seems to be pretty impressed by this. It's a very pretty ring. It's kind of a black onyx band. Has a purple square cut gem in the middle that looks almost like you're, flying through a nebula of some sort. Like it's got a nebula trapped inside of it. And the last one is a very beautiful silver band. Looks like waves along it.
What did the Ring of Shooting Stars do? You didn't explain.
That's right. I didn't explain. Ring of Shooting Stars allows you to shoot various things out of it, I guess, for lack of a better term. It's much more elegant than that, but it allows you to cast various spells out of it that is not going to be very fun for people on the other end.
Well, I'm a spellcaster. What spells? And how many times?
It has a set of charges. Has 6 charges, and depending on what charges you're using, you can either cast Fairy Fire, Ball Lightning, or Shooting Stars.
Jesus, that's pretty awesome.
Yep.
That sounds way better than the.
Does it need to be a spellcaster that
What were the spells
takes
again?
it?
Fairy Fire and what?
Fairy Fire,
Fire,
Ball
Ball
Lightning, and
Lightning.
Shooting Stars.
Did somebody use that and
Yep.
not be a spellcaster?
Sure can. And the third is the Ring of Water Walking. Does exactly as it sounds. Nothing flashy, but you can just walk across any body of water that you're looking for.
Only one of them. Only the one person wearing it.
Correct.
Interesting. Could be useful for lots of things. Yeah.
So I was going through my inventory. We own.
We get
a
all
ring.
3 of these.
No, we own a Ring of Water Walking.
Do we?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, 2 could be useful, but not necessarily.
I mean, I think the second one is the most, but it's mostly like I mean, if we want to fly somewhere, but there's only it's a horse, right?
I want to mention that I can turn into a horse.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
can also.
think
So
of
the horseshoes of the
This is
Zephyr
one.
okay. Go ahead.
do allow you to ignore terrain. So such as water or lava. So very similar to Ring of Water Walking. Allows the wearer to float 4 inches above the ground. Means a creature can cross or stand above non-solid or
That's
unstable
true.
surfaces.
Yeah.
Creature can move at normal speed for up to 12 hours a day without suffering exhaustion from a forced march.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
It is very valuable.
Do they
I
have a
would
weight
like to
limit on
gift
how
it
many
to-
people could wear it? Or you know what I mean? Like that horse could pile 4 of us on there.
Maybe 2 people.
Wide
I think
sail?
would be
I'm just it's a question, okay?
3
It's a-
people. 3 people.
I mean, you need a big horse.
Can Zal turn into a big horse?
I can turn
Me.
into a war horse, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty big horse.
All right.
I
If,
mean,
if it was a pinch, it would be, you know. it wouldn't
so
be
okay,
too
I think
bad.
of it this way. If Kira could turn into a horse as well. Zal could also turn into something that can, like an eagle, because he already carried Kira once.
It was
Technically.
So
go ahead.
I mixed up. It was not the Ring of Water Walking. I mixed up. I wrote that down incorrectly. It was the Amulet of Proof against Detection and Location. That's what it was. The other one was not the Water Walking Ring.
Detection and location?
Yep. Basically, it keeps
Nope.
people from being able to scry on you.
Okay.
That was what it was.
Well, that is useful too. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you
thinking-
guys want.
For fast travel purposes, the horseshoes we could give to technically Kiro and put him on Kiro when he's a horse. He can transport 2 people, which is an average size horse can usually carry 2 people.
Well,
And-
I can turn it into any beast, I think. So I don't know if Warhorse is also under that.
I bet you I could teach you.
Yeah, I mean either way,
Yeah.
even if war horse, well, I'm saying a normal horse, not just a war horse, can carry 2 people of average size.
Okay, so are we really going to need, or do we really have problems with movement in this situation, or are we going to need to fight something big?
I think the biggest problems we've had is with movement. Actually,
Yeah, it really is with movement. The Ring of Shooting Stars. How long do you? Is its like charges?
How often does it recharge?
recharge. Yeah.
It recharges. Let me pull it back up. Give me a quick second here. Ring has 6 charges. For the following properties, the ring regains 1d6 expended charges daily at dawn. Fairy Fire is expend 1 charge. Ball Lightning expend 2 charges as an action to create 1 to 4 3-foot diameter spheres of lightning. In Shooting Stars, you can expend 1 to 3 charges as an action. For every charge you spend, you launch a glowing mode of light from the ring at a point you can see within 60 feet of you. Each creature within a 15-foot cube originating from that point is showered in sparks and must make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw, taking 5d4 fire damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one.
That's
So
really
5.
hard to turn. Yeah.
5d4 per charge for Shooting Stars.
You have to be attuned to it.
Yes.
Probably. Yeah.
It's a magic item. Yeah, it requires attunement.
I mean, it's a toss up. I mean, the horseshoes. I think we've ran into so many issues when it comes to movement. With our climbing episodes, to our even going through forest episodes, to being tracked episodes across the board.
Navigating jump puzzles episodes.
If we had the horseshoes, technically that horse would be 4 inches, you said, above the ground.
Yes.
So yeah,
So
we can
it
use it
wouldn't
in
leave-
like puzzles and shit too.
Well, no, it wouldn't leave tracks. And then secondly, like for instance, that's why I said Zal, he could turn into the big owl or an eagle and carry one of us at faster speeds in our traveling.
And then there's the question of the ring. Who would carry that? And then
Who would remember to use it?
exactly, that's the biggest part. is
That's my
who
big thing too.
actually
Who's going to remember to use it?
I mean,
Because I have a ring of water walking that I
remember
realized
to use it.
by looking in my inventory that we never used.
That's a really powerful thing. Like somebody would have to like figure out that would be part of their. I don't want that
I'd
responsibility.
give up my gauntlets to someone else if they wanted to have the to give me the ring.
All right, let's take a vote.
Everybody, if you want to vote, type it in the chat, but don't hit enter yet. And then once
Which
everybody's
chat?
done, hit enter at the same time. In the chat, I mean, I don't care. Do Discord.
In
Discord
the chat.
or the Fantasy Grounds. I don't care. Whichever one you guys pick. But don't hit enter until I say so.
Mhm.
Are we doing Discord?
Discord.
Discord.
All right. Everybody ready?
Nope, not yet.
I see Gomer, Braga typing. B Sutton.
I've got mine, and I'm assuming Burke does also.
All right. There's no more typing. On the count of 3, hit enter. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, fair enough.
Shit.
Oh my god.
All right. Horseshoes it is. Horseshoes it is.
It looks like you, Burke. You actually took that yourself, didn't it?
It is a big
Look, it
news,
took
and
me a
I
minute to
want-
find a good one, but I found a good
That's
one.
you. That's
That's pretty good.
you.
I
He made
I
it
can't
himself.
deny. All right.
It's okay. Then I guess we take the horseshoes, and then once we get them, I would just hand them right over to Kirill, unless Zal wants them.
No. We'll give him to Carol.
Carol
Wait a second.
receives.
Wait a second. Let me make sure that this logistically makes sense before you give them to me instead of Zal. Polymorph is a level 4 spell, and I have 3 level 4 spell slots.
See, there you go.
Perfect.
Does that work better for me or for you, Zal?
I think it'll work better for you.
Okay, cool. I'll take it then.
They are now yours.
Does this require attunement?
I
Really a difficult thing to ask
Don't
because you can't put a
believe
horseshoe.
so.
I see. I
No,
don't think it
not.
does.
It does not.
That's kind of why I was leaning
Yeah,
towards
that's
it.
good to
So
go.
Okay.
Yep. Does
So-
not require
Horse
attunement. You
will
can
do
just
it,
pop
yeah.
them on with your horse and be done with it.
Might go in the bag of holding then, right?
here's the thing.
If
No,
For planned
how's
usage.
how's
No?
our bag
No.
of holding looking?
fine. It's got a bunch of shit in it.
That's what I'm saying.
If you want me to be
Manageable to
honest with
remember
you.
everything that we have in it.
Accio.
Look, I literally just remembered we had a ring of water walking. So
So do you think that maybe for endgame we should kind of divide up things that might be worth for other people at some point? We can discuss this for next time, but
I mean, that's really the only thing of like gravity in here. I mean, I've got a gray stone with some green markings on it. I don't know what the fuck that is. 2 of them. I've got 2 with blue spiral markings on them.
Why don't we have a little identify situation? Yes.
Jugs.
Yeah, I guess we could have done some identification earlier, but we didn't. So
A lot of the stuff I have in here is from so early in our stuff, in our adventure, because I just never get rid of it because we have a bag of holding.
Well, why don't we sell
Okay,
to see what
well-
we've got, and we can sell the fucking.
I've got
Don't do
plenty of weight to carry, so I can take the horseshoes.
Oh man, I still have dragon fangs. I forgot about those.
Sell them to Gilmore
Well, yeah, while we're here.
while we're here.
Does anyone need them for spells?
No.
I don't.
All
Wait,
classes don't
no.
know that anyway.
Do I? Yeah, I still have those.
Do we need some health potions?
Hang on.
He does have some.
I think we
I have
distributed those, but maybe we didn't.
I have 3 potions of healing,
Okay, well-
unless we need more.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about we ask Gilmore what kind of wares he has? Any sort of enchanted or magical armor or weapons?
Or if he has any use for dragon fangs or a red dragon wormling hide.
Well, I'm
Why don't
looking.
you just like
looking
start
to-
pulling out junk
looking to
from
barter.
the thing in front of
Well,
him
we
and
got
be
a.
like, clunk, clunk, Phil, clunk.
Looking to barter with
Just-
Gilmore.
It's like, hey, got any use for that stuff?
What do you have to barter with?
Well, that just all depends what you have to barter with. Do you have any sort
Okay,
of
here.
things?
So I'm just gonna give him things that I have, so that way I can just get it out of the way.
Hand him shit. Just put that stuff
I
on
have
the
a
counter.
dried Yanti abomination skin because I thought it would be fun to keep it. Don't ask questions.
He is incredibly appalled. This giant abomination skin is sitting on his
Not a good thing to lead with, maybe.
I pull out. I have 4 dragon fangs that I pull out. I also pull out a red dragon wormling hide, which I mean could be pretty useful.
He looks at you and he said, "That's a pretty good way to prove that you took care of the dragons, but I got you." Okay.
I mean, look, I like collecting things. Apologize. And then I look over to my my compatriots and I ask, I also have a crystal ball. Why the fuck do I have a crystal ball? Does anyone remember?
You got one from Zikrin's.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things he uses to cast one of his spells.
Oh yeah, I need to keep that. That's right, because that's what the gray stone with the blue spiral markings that's what those stones are. So I can't touch those. That's for spells.
Those for spells, and you actually have his book of spells.
I do. I have a spell book. Well, that's why I have the pearl and some of the other weird things that I have.
Yep, those are definitely components.
And then we have the ring of water walking. Does anyone want the ring of water walking?
No.
Back of holding claws, you piece of shit.
So here's the other thing about that particular ring. The way that Brian described it is that you can move faster and unencumbered. Was that what it was?
For water walking or the
water walking?
Yeah, for water walking.
No, that was the horseshoes. That was the horseshoes. Okay. The creature leaves no tracks and ignores difficult terrain. In addition, the creature can move at normal speed for up to 12 hours a day without suffering exhaustion from a forced march.
Okay, so what was the water walking? It was just simple as that?
Simple as that. Walking across the water.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think we need it, right?
No.
Sorry for the mix-up.
So yeah,
no, I mixed it up in the first place. That's what I thought one of the deals was, and it was not.
Yeah. So I guess that's what I have to offer.
He looks and says, "Huh. Well, the dragon's teeth are quite interesting, but I'm not quite sure taxidermy is in my future.
Never too late to start.
That ring of water walking, though, I could always use one of those. It certainly could be a down payment on something. Let me go in the back and see what I have." And he comes back out. He's gone for a little bit. And he comes back out and says, How about this? And he puts in front of you a steel. It looks like a silver or a steel bar that has what looks to be like the top half of a horse kind of bucking. Its legs are kind of curled, like it's kicking up in the air. On both sides, facing opposite directions. So you have one facing on one side, on the other side, it's looking the other direction, but in the same pose. And he says, "Here, I trust you. Hold on to this." He hands you the rod Vondel.
Okay.
Turn around your hand. Feels pretty normal. He says, "Okay, hand it back." Hand it back to him. And he grabs it and clicks a little button on it and then says, "All right, here, take it back." And you put your hand on it and he takes his hand off and you cannot move it. Like, you tug it and it's just hovering there in midair.
Oh, it's an immovable rod. I've heard of these things.
It is indeed an immovable rod. And he said, "Now, this is a bit more useful than a ring of water walking, so consider it a down payment if you wanted to trade. Certainly not 1 for 1, but that's something that I have. But let me see if that tickles your fancy. If that doesn't tickle your fancy, let me see if there's something else."
I always like looking for things, so what else you got? But it is kind of cool.
He comes back out and he says, "You all look like, you're kind of need some comfort in your life. and he puts on the table a pair of slippers. And they are primarily black. The bottom of them are purple, and it looks like it has spider webs over the top, like kind of sewn throughout them. And he says, these are quite comfortable, and they can certainly help you get in places that you might not normally be able to get to. He says these are slippers of spider climbing.
Oh.
Oh, Jill needs those.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree.
What do you say?
While you wear these light shoes, you can move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving your hands free. You have a climbing speed equal to your walking speed. However, the slippers don't allow you to move this way on a slippery surface such as one covered by ice or oil.
That's pretty good. Those are pretty nice.
But they're not stealthy on their own, right?
Yeah, they're not magical in that regard. So.
They do require attunement, but there's nothing stealthy about them. They just allow you to climb up the different things.
It's not going to bypass my armor that gives me, stealth issues.
Yeah, but you still might have to roll for.
You would still have to roll for stealth. You can just be on the ceiling rolling for stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
you
with
still-
advantage.
You would
maybe.
still have your disadvantages.
No.
Yeah. There's
It's the same thing.
It's
You
not
can just walk
advantageous to you.
up walls.
Yeah. Disadvantage
You're
would still
Spider-Man.
be there.
You're Spider-Man in chainmail.
Armor. Nice.
Can you be upside down though?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Your hands are free, and you can walk upside down on ceilings.
Wow, that is kind of crazy.
Kind of cool.
Yeah,
Who
that'll
wants
put
Spider
me,
Girl?
Anything
put
else?
me out of reach for
Right.
most things.
Fine,
I can
I'll just
lean
pick
down
one.
Eldritch Blast.
But what would you do with the?
Well,
oh,
You're
go
not
ahead.
just picking one. Remember, this has many more uses than water walking in a normal situation. So
He's not
again,
wrong.
down payment. There will be
Oh.
more gold involved, just not as much gold.
Okay.
How much are you looking to spend? I definitely should have started with that.
I mean, it just depends
What
on
are
the
the prices
need.
on two things that you just asked?
Well, each of these are 5,000 gold pieces.
Including or plus the down payment.
Before the water walking ring is
And what
put
would you
into the
assess
equation.
that?
I would assess the water walking ring at about probably about 1,000 gold pieces. So I would give you one or the other 4 in exchange for the ring of water walking.
Like the immovable bar and the rod in a situation where we may get an Indiana Jones sort of like temple door kind of closing down around us. But the practical use of that, as opposed to being able to walk on the walls and on the ceiling,
So,
I think that greatly outweighs that.
yeah,
Doesn't
but,
even matter who has those slippers. I think that
Spider pig.
yeah,
Pig.
but do we have the gold to, match what?
That's up to Big Daddy Goldmaster.
Technically, we do have the gold to buy it. It's just a matter of it's something that we truly need for what we think is coming forward.
This may be one of our last opportunities to buy
Yeah,
a
for sure.
magical weapon. So you have to weigh that against it also. Or else we'll be.
Do you
know,
have?
we
So I
might-
guess I would ask him. Do you have any? I don't want to be cheap, but do you have any weapons instead of this? that's close to the same price.
Close to the same price. Weapons tend to be a little bit more expensive. So
Here's
if
where I got
this is
my
not something
staff
you're interested in, then
from.
probably not.
Didn't I get my staff from this guy?
That is fair. What about
I believe you did. Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, we still have the shoes. I mean, did you guys want to consider that part of the equation? The flight
You want to
shoes.
give away the boots? We just won the horseshoes. We just
No,
yeah,
I mean,
all right.
truthfully, no. Those actually will come in
everyone
handy.
voted for.
Okay.
I guess
How much?
Yeah, I just want to know, do
What
you
is
have,
the-
what I'm looking for is we currently have an axe that, I have an axe that is semi-magical, but I'm looking for something along those lines. And yes, I know it's a little bit more expensive, but I mean, I'm not looking to spend, we don't have 10,000 gold to spend, but we just want to see.
I'm still playing. I mean, do justice for your makeup. Wearing makeup.
Hi, Mayor.
Hey, Mayor.
Not on mute?
All right. Well, makeup is good for.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys.
Nope, you're good.
No worries.
Let me see what I have. And he goes into the back and comes back with a rather gaudy looking sword. It's got the handle of it is a dark metallic bronze color. The base of it is kind of a claw shaped, gold colored claw shaped. With the hilt, it looks like a very broad headdress of some sort, with a red gem in the middle. Very ornate looking sword. And he says, I got this in the other day that I think might be pretty good, and might fit your purposes quite nicely. Here, why don't you hold it and tell me what you think?
I just look at, I say, hand it to this guy, and I point to Brogger.
Oh,
Hands it to Brogger.
all right. I'll take it, I guess.
Wave it around a little bit.
All right. We'll swing action. Right, left. Is it long? Is it short? How's the weight?
It's a pretty solid longsword. It's a little bit thicker of a blade than a longsword, but it certainly is one that you feel moves pretty darn well. And Gilmore just gets this grin on his face, and he looks at you and he says, "That's a pretty good. That looks pretty good on you."
And I'll say, yeah. It feels pretty good, actually. What's it got going for it? Can I sense anything with it?
Can't really sense anything, but Gilmore he chuckles a little bit and he says, "Why don't you try telling it to turn on the lights?"
All right. I'll say, all right. Lights on.
Step back by about
No.
4 feet.
Specifically say, "Turn on the lights,"
Turn on the lights.
and the blade erupts in flames.
Oh, shit!
Okay.
That's what I thought would happen.
And he says, "You are holding a flame tongue."
Yeah, I see. That.
And I would appreciate it if you don't wave it around as much as you just
Nope. Flames off.
did. They're still on.
Turn
Turn the lights off?
You can shut it off.
turn the
by
lights
saying,
off.
Correct. And it dies down. He says, now, those are my words. As it's currently attuned to me, you can change it to
Oh.
whatever you wish, should it attune to you.
How
Gotcha.
long does the flame last?
I'm gonna set it back down on the counter.
The flames last until you use a bonus action to speak the command word to shut it off.
Is that like once per short rest?
You can use a bonus action to speak the magic words command words.
Okay. Well,
If
What
we
kind of
put,
a blade is it?
like 4 chickens on the blade? Turn on the light. It would get cooked.
Who could wield the blade? Anybody?
I mean,
Or
yeah,
does-
whoever
does it
can
Pretty
use
sure.
whoever can use the longsword.
yeah,
Okay.
it's
Good.
class and or
Yep.
actually it's more your race.
This is, I would say, this would probably be, and if you're throwing in the Ring of Water Walking, this would probably be 6,000 with the Ring of Water Walking.
Okay. Brogger, can your character actually wield it?
Yeah, absolutely.
How many items are you attuned to?
I mean, I could actually, yeah. No, Sabrager has an item that is kind of redundant in his repertoire, which is his. Which one is it?
No, the Soulkeeper.
Soulkeeper. Yeah, because I get that automatically with my race.
Yep.
So it's kind of redundant in a certain sense. So
It
I'm gonna put
is.
that on the counter as well and say I can give this up also as part of the cost if it has any value in this transaction, and I'll set it forward.
Gilmore looks
and
down at it,
You could give me your scimitar.
and
We can probably do that.
holds it
Yeah,
in
my
his
scimitar
hand.
too, but you know.
No.
Holds it in his hand. His eyes flash. As you can tell, he's casting the identify object. And his eyes go white, and then they go back to their normal color. And he says, "You have a deal."
All right, I will hand it over then. What does that leave us as the deficit? I guess.
Oh, it's on the house. There's no
Oh.
deficit. The Ring of Water Walking in this. It's on the house.
Essence of we have a deal, brother.
Yep, deal's been made.
Okay,
Deal has been made.
I will happily take said.
And he says,
Perfect.
he says,
I think that's.
Boys.
Truthfully, I think that's a good idea. Don't you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an upgrade also for me if he gives
Yes,
me
no.
his scimitar.
he says, boys, I'm going to give you these too. And he tosses you the slippers of spider climbing.
Holy shit!
Okay.
He says, I don't quite think you know what you just gave up, so
Well,
I'm going to give you
okay.
this too.
All right, that is fair. I mean, it is a possible life that I gave up. I think I do know, but you're right.
I don't
It's-
think you really do.
All right.
What you
We're-
just gave up,
What did we just give up?
have you ever heard of what a vestige of divergence is?
No.
Lardos has,
About
but
to.
he doesn't ring any bells. Like he's heard of it, but he doesn't remember what it means.
It's ancient magical items from the times of the Calamity that were very powerful and thought to be gifts from the gods themselves. And so I appreciate that you brought this into my shop. And
All right.
ever want to look at it again, please come by.
All right. Happy to found a good trade with you, sir.
Longsword Flame Tongue into Brogger's inventory. And then who's getting the slippers?
It's gonna be Kirill, I believe.
Yeah, give him to Ben. He actually has a really good point that it would be best for him to be back and away and not reachable by melee.
Yeah,
Fair,
I can
yeah.
I can
Come a
hang out on
little
the ceiling and
Spider
Yeah.
ninja
fire,
weirdo.
literally.
Yeah, that really actually to me that makes the most sense.
We can also gift it to my monk in the next campaign.
But that poison scimitar that you got,
Yeah, we can slip
Yeah,
on
you
over
can-
to Kiro.
I'll give that to
I
Kirill for
I
sure.
will take that.
All right,
Because
give
we
me a
just
All yours,
gave
bud.
away Brogger's axe, right? They
Well, no, we didn't give the axe away.
No,
because
I
we
still have
can't.
it.
Nobody wants it.
what did we
There
give
you
away to him?
Gilmore didn't want it to begin with because we asked him about it.
What did
Yeah,
we give
nobody
away?
wants it.
Nobody wants the axe.
I thought
We'd
we gave
have
away
to-
the poison scimitar.
I gave it.
No.
I gave it to Kirill.
What did we just
Yeah,
sell
'cause-
to Gilmore?
What I
Soul
gave
Keeper.
him was my Soul Keeper.
Soul Keeper. What the fuck is your Soul Keeper?
All right. Well,
A
you didn't
vestige
pay
of
attention,
divergence.
so we're moving on.
Vestige of Divergence.
Yep.
But as this transaction is going on, Gilmore says, "Excuse me, boys," and he goes into the back. And he kind of has his hand to his ear, and he starts talking. He says, "Yes, darling, haven't heard from you in ages." "Excuse me?" "No, I hadn't heard." And you kind of hear kind of muffled voices and things like that. Like his voice, you can't hear it as much as he continues to walk away to the back of his shop. Then he comes back and he says, "Can you boys get to Whitestone anytime soon?"
I think we can. That's
For a price.
probably a next stop. So
You
Why?
need to get there sooner rather than later.
What are you paying us to go there for?
well, why do we need to go there?
It appears that it's being sieged by everything that was on the mountain.
Okay.
And what do you need us to do?
Yeah, what do you
They
want?
need as much help as possible, and you boys got rid of a dragon. So you're the closest thing I know to adventurers that can try and help out.
I think we should do it.
Dragon.
We do have a portal to get back to Whitestone, right?
That's true. We have one
You
saved,
do.
right?
You do. You ported here, and that's one of the only places that you know of that you can get back.
Yeah, because we were told we couldn't come back to this place. So when we came in,
So yeah, Gilmore tells you what the short message was that he got from Vexalia was. It appears that everything that was on the mountain is now fighting amongst itself and fighting everything around it. So it's mass
wow.
chaos in Whitestone, and they need as much help as possible.
and I guess I would.
Well,
Is there anything you can give us to help us?
He opens up his. He's like, "You boys understand I have a business to run as well, but I should have a shipment coming in the next couple of weeks." And he throws your way 5 potions of healing and 2 potions of superior healing.
that is great.
Oh, shit.
Everyone takes one potion, and the superior healing goes to Brogger and Vondel.
I'd look at him, and with all honesty, I say thank you. In all
Yeah.
sincerity that I have, I said thank you.
And he says,
Ooh,
"Don't thank me yet.
we'll be back.
I'm just going to add 5 potions of healing to Vondel, which brings him to 8.
Yep.
And we have superior potions in here.
I don't. I have 2
Don't
spots
think so.
below that you can add it without adding in another inventory. I always have an open slot. It seems stupid, but I do.
Makes sense.
Potion of superior healing.
Thank you.
There you go. And that is
And
where we're going to call it for the night.
I would like to inform the DM that I'm moving to a 2-weapon fighting style as opposed to the dueling fighting style.
Oh, doing dual wielding. Is that something you could do on the fly?
It says that I can change in between.
your colors are swords,
wielding
aren't
and
you?
melee. Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I can just say that I have both weapons equipped, and I don't even think I've used the plus. I don't know if it has since I've only had the rapier, if it's added a +2 bonus to damage, but it doesn't matter at this point. We'll just call it that. I'll just be assuming that I'll be 2-weapon fighting, and that I also get an extra attack with the 2-weapon fighting.
All right.
I do not see anything that contradicts this.
Okay.
The slippers before we head out. Just make sure
You're already in.
slippers
You already got them.
Cool.
All right.
Love to see it.
That is the session. We'll see each other in 2 weeks. Well, we'll talk
2
more in
weeks.
2 weeks.
Sounds like a plan.
All righty.
Thanks, B-Dog.
Thanks, B-Dog.
Thank you all.
Thanks, Brian.
GGs.
Thank you. Thank you,
Later,
gents. We'll
guys.
have a